And finally, I'd like to talk to you about traits. Now, I've already got a filled up trait system here. And what I suggest you doing right away at the beginning is just hitting this button here. This is called refund traits. This will reset all your traits so you can just get a real feel of how to apply traits and how they work. So I refunded that, and I'll just focus on one line here because it holds true for all of the trait lines. The very top line for engineers is called explosives, and for each time I put one stat point in by clicking this plus sign, as you can see, I'm gaining stats. Now you can hover over to see what the stat gives you. In this case, the explosive trait for an engineer gives plus 50 power and plus 5% condition durations. Now every let's see what we got here. When you put 5 points in, 15 points in, or 25 points in, you'll get something called a minor trait. Minor traits are typically passives for your character. They're not as strong as, say, like a major trait, which I'll tell you about here in a second. But 5, 15, and 25 are when you unlock those minor traits, and they'll be applied to your character. Now every 10, put 10 points in here, every 10, 20, and 30 points you will unlock your major traits. And major traits are very powerful traits and oftentimes supplement weapon skills or actually change builds a lot depending on which ones you choose. So there's a whole bunch of them. And they're broken up into tiers. So tier 1 is the 10 point. And if I go 10 more points in to unlock the tier 2 major trait, I'm going to see, oh wow, I've got a whole bunch more major traits to choose from here rather than the tier 1. And tier 3 unlocks an additional 2 major traits. And the higher the tier, obviously, the more valuable or the more powerful the trait will become. You have a total of 70 trait points to distribute at any given time. So just kind of mix and match them. There's no cost to respec. Try out all the traits and use them with the respective, if it reduces the cooldown on your whatever, your well ability if you're a necro, or just try them all out. There's no real drawback to it. You can just refund the trait. Alright, so now I want to talk to you about this endurance bar I had mentioned before. If you run off these stairs here and you run down here, there's a nifty little thing called the dodge roll trainer. Now I'm going to demonstrate a dodge roll for you here. You can double tap the forward movement key, which for many of you is W, and you will roll forward. Also, by default, I do not have it bound. I don't use the dodge roll key. I believe by default the dodge roll key is V. So if you're moving forward and you hit the V key, your character will move in that direction in which you're moving. Now the point of dodge rolling is it's something every class has, and it's an evade. So let's say I'm fighting someone and I see a big giant fireball flying at me. All I have to do is just dodge it, and if you dodge it, you will dodge it. You'll evade 100% of the effect and 100% of the damage. And the best way to practice this are on these nifty little golems here. I just showed you how to get here. Called the Practice Golem Dodge Roll Trainer 2000s. And what they do is when you get close to them, they start spinning around like crazy. And when they start spinning, you can practice dodge rolling through them. Oh, I suck. Hold on. There you go. See that? You run up to them and it'll knock you back. Hold on here. Just give you a better demonstration. So you run up to him. Oh no, I didn't dodge roll in time. But now, you run up to him. There you go. Alright, so now, you've got all your weapons selected. You know how to dodge roll. And let's say you just want to try out and see how these things work. Well, luckily, ArenaNet's given us something really cool over here. And if you run up back to where we just started here, you can run across this bridge. I'm going to show you the target dummies. If you're unsatisfied with your weapons you've got on, or you just want to try them out, you've got all kinds of dummies here. We've got 3 different kinds of dummies. We have the heavy golem, which represents a heavily armored character, medium golem, which represents a medium armored character, and of course a light golem. And these you can just test your skills out on, and all kinds of cool stuff. Also, right behind here we have something called a waypoint. Now waypoints are quick travel points to get wherever you want to go very quickly. Now you can't use them in combat. I'm going to demonstrate them here for you. Just got to get out of combat. There we go. And if you press the M key, or I believe on the UI, I'm not sure, but the M key is by default your map key. And you see the map here, we were just over here, it shows us little dots where we've all been. There's a waypoint here called the PvP lobby waypoint. We're going to go back to that. And at any given time, there's also a waypoint to get to the dummies, so if you want to quick travel back there, you can do that. Alright, so we're back at the armor vendors and the amulet vendors. So you've tested out your weapons, you think you've got an okay build, you just want to try it out. Now it's time to try it out for real. So we're going to walk over here, and you're going to see these two little crossed lances or crossed swords here, and that's the PvP browser. We're going to go up to that guy, and we are going to talk to him. You just talk to him, and it brings up the entire server list. So look at this, tons of servers, tons and tons and tons of servers. If you don't want to join a particular one, there's a Play Now button that puts you in a random server. There's a refresh button here to refresh the people that are in servers. Let's say you and a friend want to play. I get this question a lot. And he joins the server and you don't know what server he's in. Well, if you press the Y key, which is default to bring up your friends list. See, I've got all these friends here. Now let's say my buddy Akin here. I want to join him. I can just add him to friends by typing his name here. So his name is Akin. I'll add him. And once you add him, it's always there. I'm just doing this for sake of, say your friend's name is Poop Sock or something, you know. I'm going to add Poop Sock. And, you know, he'll go on my friends list. So he joins a PvP match. And then you can right-click his name and you can scroll down to, I don't think he's in a match anymore. Let's see here. Well, normally you'd be able to just bring down this list and it would have a join friend. You have to be mutual friends for this to work. So yeah, if he's a mutual friend, you can just simply right-click this name and there'll be a button that says join friend in PvP. And it'll work like that. So you've played a couple of games, you and your buddies, and you guys are feeling pretty good. You guys found some cool games that you want to play. Or you found some cool games, you got really good at the game, and you're like, okay, now let's really test our skills. So get together 5 of your friends, or 5 of your not friends. I don't know, whatever you want to play with. You come over here to this tournament browser. A tournament browser currently will put you in queue for a tournament. And currently in the Guild Wars 2 Beta Weekend 2, there are 8-team hot joinable tournaments. You click them, you talk to them, you get some cool UI stuff here. And you see the quick tournament here. You simply just select that and you select create a roster. Now this UI that just popped up here, this roster, is how you invite people to your roster. And the easiest way to do this would just be form a party by, typing in the chat command /invite. You can select someone, you can right click their portrait, and you can click, join party or invite to party. So once you get your party filled, you can then click the invite party to roster. Now, parties are made up of 5 players, so you have to have 5 people to do the tournament, and tournaments are all 5v5. Or if you want to individually add people, you can type their player name here, then hit add. And then once you've filled up your roster, you can click the submit button and you are in queue for the tournament. Good luck with that. Hope you guys win. So now I guess, so you've been playing for a while and all of a sudden you've been accumulating this thing called glory. You'll notice during the match you're accumulating glory and rank points. You're like, what's that for? Well, over here there are the PvP reward vendors. And currently in the game right now, you just run up to the rank 1. So rank 1 is, levels 1 through 10 down here in this level bar. Talk to them, open up. So you got all these different chests. Copper chests have, 3 common rewards. Silver chests, I believe, have 2 common rewards and 2 uncommon. And the gold chests have 1 common, 3 uncommon, and 1 rare. I'm not quite sure, but the more you know, obviously buy a gold, you're gonna get rare items. And it's got the glory cost here. If you want to check out how much glory you've accumulated or how much glory you currently have to spend, go down to your PvP tab again, and underneath the Leave the Mist tab, you have the available glory to you. And then over here, there's rank 2 glory, guys.
How can I help?
Alright. So that pretty much does it. I just wanted to show you one more thing. I'm going to travel to the Underwater Trials waypoint. And there are some underwater dummies here. And, well, I guess I can just show you real quick here. There's the dummies here. Underwater. When you go underwater in Guild Wars 2, you get an entirely new weapon, an entirely new utility slot. Not a big fan of this, but some people do enjoy it. So this is where you'll test your underwater skills. I guess this would be just in case they decide to add an underwater PvP map, maybe? I don't know. So we'll go up here. So now, I wanted to show you something else a lot of people don't know about. It's actually quite helpful. Say you have a build and you don't want to use it against just an unmovable dummy. Up here, there's the more advanced, more higher ranked glory vendors. You know, rank 6, 7, 8, 9. And we have these dummies that are labeled Engineer, Elementalist, Necromancer, so on and so forth. There's some more down over here. We've got a Ranger and his pet, Mr. Bojangles. And if you engage these guys, which I'd probably die because I'm not traded up, you can engage them and they'll actually fight you. They're actually an AI, so you can get a better idea. They do dodge roll as well. You can just get a better idea of how your build will work in actual PvP without actually having to go into PvP. But I'd suggest you try them out in PvP. Those Necromancers and Engineers up here are really dumb, and they're really easy to kill. So last thing I wanted to show you, if you open up your map, you'll see the Combat Master. By the way, these are little things you can talk to get short tutorials on like siege weapons and Combat Masters, but I'm assuming you'd be able to figure that out on your own. There's one more area I wanted to show you before we're done with this intro to the Mists video. Once again, this is a neat little trick that they've hidden away from us. Once you've played a few games, I'm sure you've played Forest of Niflhel, and there are these buffs. And this is where you can practice fighting them. So this is a really good way, especially in tournaments, it's very important that you know how to kill one of these things 1v1. So you can attack them, they'll run after you, they do exactly what they do in the forest. So that just about does it, guys. I've covered everything I needed to tell you. Hopefully you liked the video. If you did like it, subscribe. I'll be putting up in the next couple of days here of, I'm an Engineer player. I'm going to give you a good, nice rundown of the Engineer. I'm going to show you some builds I use in action. My team and I will be doing some tournaments, and I'll upload those videos with live audio, so you get to hear us yelling at each other and telling us what to do, each other what to do. So that'll be tons of fun. So yeah, look forward to hopefully having you view the rest of my videos, and thank you for listening.